She believed I would never discover where my wedding ring had gone, and for weeks she acted completely normal as if nothing had ever happened. But one small receipt hidden inside a kitchen drawer revealed a truth I was never meant to see. And in that moment, everything I believed about my own daughter began to collapse in front of me. I am Margaret, a widow living in a quiet suburban neighborhood where life had become peaceful after years of struggle, raising my only daughter alone. My wedding ring was the last thing I had from my late husband, something I wore every single day as a reminder of the life we built together. My daughter, Emily, had recently moved back home after losing her job, and I welcomed her with open arms, believing family always stands together no matter what happens in life. At first, everything seemed normal, and I thought having her back would bring us closer than ever. She would help around the house, cook meals, and sit with me in the evenings talking about her future plans. But slowly I started noticing small changes in her behavior. Nervous phone calls, late at night, unexplained stress, and constant financial worries she refused to talk about. I never imagined that the same daughter I raised with love and trust could be hiding something so serious right under my roof. One morning, I realized my wedding ring was missing from my bedside drawer, and I immediately thought I had misplaced it somewhere in the house. Emily insisted she had not seen it and even helped me search everywhere, but something in her eyes felt different that day. Days turned into weeks, and I began to feel uneasy, as if someone was avoiding the truth, but I had no proof and no reason to accuse my own child. The situation slowly created a silent distance between us as my heart refused to believe what my instincts were trying to tell me. Everything changed when I was cleaning the kitchen and found a small folded receipt hidden behind a stack of papers in the drawer. It was from a pawn shop located downtown, and the description clearly mentioned a gold wedding ring matching mine. My hand started shaking as I read the date and realized it was the exact day my ring disappeared. I felt a deep shock, not just because it was sold, but because someone in my own home had made that decision without telling me the truth. I knew I had to find answers, even if it meant facing a reality I was not ready for. I went to the pawn shop pretending I was just asking questions, and the clerk confirmed everything without hesitation. The ring had been sold by a young woman in financial distress who had insisted it was her personal item. When I heard that, my world stopped for a moment, because I already knew who it was without needing a name. I returned home carrying both anger and heartbreak, waiting for Emily to come back so I could finally confront her with what I had discovered. That evening, she walked into the house acting normal as always. But this time, I placed the receipt on the table without saying a word. Her face immediately changed as she saw it, and silence filled the room like a heavy storm about to break. At first, she tried to deny it, but slowly the truth came out in broken sentences, revealing she had taken the ring to pay off urgent debt she could no longer handle. She said she was afraid of disappointing me and believed I would never forgive her. But what hurt most was not the loss of the ring. It was the silence she chose over trust. In the days that followed, something unexpected happened as the consequences of her actions began to unfold. The debt she tried to hide became more complicated, and the pawn shop investigation revealed irregularities that led to a larger financial issue she was not prepared for. But instead of abandoning her, I stood by her as a mother. Not because I approved of what she did, but because I finally understood that silence and fear can destroy even the strongest bonds. Karma was not about punishment. It was about truth being revealed at the exact moment it needed to be seen.